We've made it to All Hallows Eve. Today and tomorrow, young people from across our region are going to be scurrying about, wearing costumes, going from house to house, pretending to be like this person or that person. And throughout the generations, one of the most popular of the costumes are those of superheroes, whether it be like Batman and Robin from a time gone by or to Avengers today. We have young people scurrying about house to house doing their trick or treat, wearing costumes, dressing up. Superhero costumes in particular. My young nephew Luke, he wants to be somebody strong and powerful and has been trying costume after costume because there's something about wanting to have that strength, wanting to be strong, wanting to be great. And he's only 4 years old. And today's scripture tells us that we don't need to wear costumes. And Jesus, in the most loving way, also tells us how to be strong and great. The greatest among you will be the ones who are the servants of all. Today, Jesus reminds us that you and I, every single day, not just today or tomorrow, not just for our young people, but all of us, as the children of God, are called in the very best way to be strong and to be great in the way that we serve the Lord, to constantly give ourselves in service to one another, in service to our loving God, to live the gospel with our lives. That was where Jesus in the gospel today really takes on the leaders of his time. They were speaking one message but not living it. We need to live the gospel that we profess when we gather here this morning in prayer. And the gospel reminds us that you and I are supposed to every day put on the garment of Jesus Christ. That every day, regardless of All Hallows Eve or trick or treat, that you and I are supposed to put on the garment that is Jesus Christ. And the way best to do that is by the way that we love and by the way that we serve in the ways of the Lord. And the more we love, the more we give, the more we serve, the more it will be the Lord who will make us strong. The more the Lord can provide for us in abundance, the more the Lord can shower upon God's blessing upon us. So as our young people go scurrying about dressed in costumes, and I'm sure you'll see many in superhero costumes, you and I are called to find great strength in the Lord. You and I are called to wrap ourselves in the garments of the pattern of Jesus Christ. You and I are called on these All Hallows Eve to be holy in our time. And so I have one very, very practical suggestion. Most of us will have young people knocking on our doors tonight or tomorrow. Most will have young people shouting out trick or treat. And certainly, hopefully, when they do so, you'll greet them with the warmth and great hospitality. And when you send them forth with a holy greeting. Instead of saying, wow, that's a cute costume, or have a good night. What if all of us just simply sent them on their way with a simple phrase like God be with you or God bless you? Because you and I are called to be strong and great in the Lord. And the way that we do that is by constantly placing ourselves in service to the Lord, in service to our sisters and brothers. So when our young people come knocking at your door tonight or tomorrow, share with them a little treat, but more importantly, share with them the very blessing and the presence of our God.